Chris Hallows with Benchmark Mortgage. On your home buying journey this week, we are going to talk about home inspections and what that means as far as the property approval goes. So things to just have a heads up on, right? So when you are looking out there with your real estate agent, doing your best due diligence when you're walking through the home, doing initial showings and dotting I's and crossing T's as much as you can to the point that you just kind of at some point have to put an offer in, right? But that doesn't mean you bought the home yet. So definitely talk to your real estate agent about the contract and the timelines and due diligence required by both parties so that you can understand then what happens next. Because basically you go into an inspection period. Now, I'm not a real estate agent, so I'm not going to represent the real estate agent contract to you, but I want to make sure you're aware that on the mortgage side of things, we only need certain aspects for property approval. Typically, an appraisal is it. And sometimes not even that. In some situations we can waive that. Otherwise, certain like manufactured homes might require additional like foundation certification, so forth. But basically, all the rest of the property due diligence is between you and your guidance of the professionals that you choose to do things like a home inspection. Any additional testing, roof inspection, so forth. So we want to make sure that as you go through that process, we typically pace like all these out, so it's not just like you're paying for a bunch of things all at once, but that you can get your home inspection. If that looks good, then we get appraisal going. So we'll pace that with you, and want to make sure that you know that anything that then pops up on that home inspection, and depending on the loan type, it might not even show up on an appraisal report. So we might not really need to care, for lack of a better term, not to sound insensitive. We don't really care if there's a scratch on a cabinet, or if a particular electrical outlet may not be working or something of that nature. You might be worried about that and things that you can negotiate back and forth with the seller. But we as the lender are really high level on health and safety. Typically, some loan types are a little more sensitive. So if it's not a major health or safety concern, it's not a concern for us. So hopefully that helps you understand on things that might need to be taken care of before a closing, or things that show up on the appraisal, and things that are in that health and safety. Things that are more discretional and don't show up on the appraisal report, it's up to you if you want to negotiate the seller to take care of things or deal with it after you close.